There was a time in my life before I had my daughter that I had hit rock bottom. I was lost, unmotivated, and trapped in my own mind. I had questioned whether this life thing was even worth living for. We have a tendency to want to just call it quits and give up because all we've known is heartache. We do this before we even get to experience the miracle of the breakthrough. Have you ever had a time in your life when you wanted life to just stop moving? Welcome back, mamas. My name is Aksa, and I am making this video for my mamas who suffer with postpartum depression or depression in general. I need you to know right now, you are not alone. 9% of the people that live in the United States suffer with depression. So I need you to know right now that you are seen, you are heard, and you are supported, and you are fucking important. And so I am doing this for you. In today's video, we will cover my journey with mental health, the key lessons that I've learned, and how I maintain my mental health. I was 12 years old, and I was in and out of mental hospitals. All I could think about was how I can't do this life stuff. It was too hard for me. I just wanted the easy way out. I was 12 years old. And that all changed when I had my daughter. She changed my life before she was even born. The minute I had her, I knew, one, I had a responsibility to take better care of myself, and two, I wanted her to have the best, most abundant life that I could not provide for her at the time. During the time that we had together, I knew that I wanted it to be a peaceful time. I took it upon myself to prioritize my mental health for her, first and foremost. I instantly began to prioritize my peace, and I did this by meditating. During these meditations, I would place my hand on my belly and I would intentionally connect with my daughter and just let her know how loved she was. And through these meditations, it really helped bring my focus back into the present, back into the gratitude, back into the love that existed in my belly, and ease my anxieties, my worries. Secondly, I began to write. I would just write and write and write to her, letting her know what she was doing that day, how I was feeling that day, if she kicked, if she moved, how big she was growing. Essentially, I was journaling, grabbing a pen and paper and just writing. Especially as a woman, we have so much thoughts that run through our mind every single day. So having a piece of paper to just spill all those thoughts and put those thoughts somewhere else rather than letting them run in our head 24/7, releasing it and just clear all that clutter in our own head. That was so helpful. And thirdly, I began to eat healthier because I knew that if I wanted to have a healthy and thriving baby, that I needed to make sure that she got all the nutrients that she needed. And that actually ended up helping my mental health because food ties with your mental health. If I was eating a bunch of junk food all the time, I knew that would have just added to my anxieties and my depression. So by eating healthier, I was feeling good mentally, and I was raising a happy, healthy, and thriving baby in my belly all at the same time. So it was a win-win. The fourth thing that I started to do was read. I would read to connect with her, and I would also read to feel supported. Reading another book that a woman wrote about pregnancy just kind of helped me feel seen. I was in middle school while this was happening, and so I didn't have any friends to lean on. Going into support, number 5, I did have, I guess you could call her a therapist. Her name was Barbara. She was an angel. She was this little tiny Italian lady. She was petite. She would come visit me, and we would just sit down and talk, and sometimes she would have activities for me to do. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. This was actually one thing that she had me paint. I put the sun for the goodness in all of it, and then I put the adoption triad symbol to represent my adoption, because I'm adopted, and she was also going to be placed in adoption. I put the cross because of God. We went through the church to find her parents. I put a feather to symbolize time and the fleeting of time and how all of these things are temporary, and that's what makes them 10 times more meaningful. My mom was also and still is one of my biggest support system. She was someone that I could just talk to about what I was feeling, what I was going through, laugh with. She was my best friend during that time. And the sixth thing would be my self-talk. I really honed in on this after the pregnancy, where I used affirmations. It's when you say I am, and you put whatever it is that you truly want to resonate and feel. So after my pregnancy, I was really struggling with the changes that my body went through. So I wrote, I am beautiful, because I truly did not feel that way. I didn't believe it for myself, but I deeply and emotionally craved that feeling of just feeling beautiful in my own skin. And so I practiced that. I wrote it down, I put it in my mirror, and I would look at myself, bare makeup, when I least felt beautiful. And I would tell myself, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am beautiful. And over time, the more I repeated that to myself and the more intentional that I was with it, I truly began to shift my mindset and my perspective on how I viewed myself, and just consciously being aware of the conversation that was going on in my head and doing my best to absolutely cut anything off that was bullshit. So anytime I felt those depressing, anxious thoughts lingering in my head, I'd be like, you're not fucking welcome here. I would literally imagine my brain being surrounded by this little army and this door, and the negative thoughts that would be banging on the door like, you are not enough. I would have that army be like, you are not allowed here. Visually seeing that in my mind's eye really helped a lot to label the thoughts. And so by doing that, I was eventually able to only allow myself to receive thoughts that were true to me. Next time you have a thought that's like, I'm ugly, I'm not enough, you know what I mean? Fuck that. Literally yell that out loud. Fuck that. You're done with that. That's not you. Kick them the fuck out and let them know that they are not welcome. Only love and good and peace and truth is allowed, because your thoughts truly do shape the way you feel and see yourself. Intentionally practice getting rid and removing and shed that old version of you. And over time, you'll learn how to speak kinder to yourself. And last but not least, being outside. Oh my God. Not even working out, but a walk will do wonders. But just simply being outside. I remember when I was in the lowest of my lows, I was inside. I was inside in a dark room. I was literally living what I was feeling inside my head. And so just by simply being outside, reading my book outside, eating outside, drinking water outside, being outside as much as possible was so helpful for my mental health. It was just like a breath of fresh air, like I could breathe again. There's just something so special about the stillness of nature that really contributes to your mental well-being. Actually, last but not least, fast forward to present time, I have actually started going to therapy. I truly do encourage you, if you do struggle, go see a therapist, because your friends can only help so much. They have their own shit that they're going through, and they might be feeling lost themselves. So going to a professional to help you heal certain areas of your life is a worthy and wise investment, and I encourage everybody and anybody to do it. Whatever works for you, if that's online, I know there's BetterHelp out there. Sometimes therapists will offer a sliding scale, which is a system that makes it a lot more affordable for you and your budget. And just make this a priority. Make this a real 2025 mental health healing girl era. I just want to reassure you that healing isn't linear, and it's normal to struggle. And if you are struggling right now, know that you are not alone. Start small, reach out for help, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. What is one thing that helps you stay mentally strong? And if you want more videos like this, I highly suggest visiting my playlist called 25 Ways to Love Yourself in 2025, where I do a short series walking you through step by step the emotional to the physical to the fun and spicy part of learning how to love yourself and just start glowing from the inside out. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Go ahead and hit subscribe and send this to your friend that you know could use it.